Certainly a pleasure to be here in beautiful Vancouver and have the opportunity to speak to such a knowledgeable investor group. Some of the information I'll be giving today will be forward-looking, so I refer you to our standard disclosure statement. And to start off, I would like to say a few things about how the market prices a junior resource stock. And basically, it's on three parameters. One, and probably the most important, is the market itself. Is it in a bull stage or a bear stage? Secondly, the project. What stage is the project at? And what is the quality of that resource? And thirdly, what value does the market place on the resource that the company has? And just to build a bit on what Jordan said, this is a TSX venture from 1990 to the present, and it covers a period for bull markets and bear markets and the percentage return in that period. Now, the good news is we're actually at the beginning of a new bull market. That's not generally recognized, but that's where we're at. As I mentioned, if you're looking at a resource company, a critical thing is what stage they're at. Now, Mexican Gold is at the discovery stage. And this is just a quick look at projects that have gone through the discovery stage to the acquisition stage in the last cycle. And the percent gain has varied anywhere from 237% to 3,000%. So basically, you should be looking at a project that's in the discovery stage. I'm a mining engineer. I like numbers, so I'll throw some key numbers at you. Mexican Gold has spent $5.5 million on this project in drilling and exploration, and we've discovered over 1 million gold equivalent ounces. So that translates into $5.50 per ounce discovered. And that puts us in the lowest 1% of companies out there in terms of cost and discovery. The resource that we put out in August of last year measured 600 by 400 meters. That came in at a little over 1 million gold equivalent ounces, 719,000 in inferred and 304,000 in measured and indicated. That was in 2 of 8 zones that we know of this property. There's certainly expansion opportunities there. And one of the key things is we put out a hole last summer, what we used to call it in Placer Dome, that I worked with for a number of years as a boomer hole. It came in 38 meters of 9.24 grams per ton gold equivalent. And there's another step-out hole that went with that as well. In terms of discovery rate, it's 91%. That is very high in the sense of the holes drilled, 91% of intersected mineralization. Metallurgical work is excellent. It's 89% recovery on the gold, 95 on the copper, and 84 on the silver. That's in a copper con, and very high quality con, 21% copper, no arsenic, no antimony, no bismuth. As I mentioned, we have put out some high-grade sample results at Pueblo Nuevo, and I'll mention those a little further. So this is Las Minas. It has a number of similarities to the Guerrero Gold Belt. The Guerrero Gold Belt, of course, is the home of some of the largest skarn deposits in Mexico, Los Filos, 25 million ounce deposit, Torex, 7 million ounce deposit. We see this district as very similar to what we have at Las Minas. And Las Minas is really just in the emerging stages. In terms of resource, I mentioned the million gold equivalent ounces, 300,000 in the measured and indicated, and 719,000 in inferred. That's for 2 zones, El Dorado, Juan Brand, Santa Cruz. They are still open to expansion. We have other zones at this property. This is at our main concessions. We have the Cinco Sonoras zone, Manilas zone, Chinguero zone, Nopal-Napec zone. There's very limited drilling on those zones, but they all have historical mines. Just a quick view of the El Dorado 1 brand zone. This is a massive zone. It's 400 meters wide. We've recently extended it out to 700 meters. Extends for over 600 meters down dip, has thicknesses anywhere from 6 meters up to 58 meters. It was modeled, above it is a high-grade Santa Cruz zone, much higher grade mineralization. It was modeled as an open pit, came in at 15 million tons at 2 grams. An open pit mine normally runs 1 gram or less, so certainly some very good grades. Just looking at comparison of ounces in the ground, and this is important when you're looking at a company. Mexican gold is being valued at $13.40. The industry average is 46. So the industry average that the market is giving is 3.5 times the average, the price that's given to Mexican gold. So that tells you there's a lot of upside on this one. High-grade discovery zone, these were boomer holes that came out last summer. Discovery number 40, 38 meters and 9.24 grams. We did a 155 meter step out. That came in at 38 meters at 10.19 grams. We've extended that zone for 330 meters on one side of the dike, another 140 meters on the other side, and both of them remain open. So what we've been focused on is resource expansion. And with our recent drilling, we've expanded that zone up to 700 by 600 meters. That's a 75% expansion. We found that higher grade mineralization. You can see a step out hole here of 206 meters, another step out hole of 33 meters. Bottom line is we're expanding this resource, and we believe at Las Minas we have anywhere from 3 to 5 million ounces gold equivalent at this property. And we've just expanded this initial 1 million ounces, and we're still drilling. Thank you very much.